Hey, George Howard here from Words That Create on Instagram. Let's talk about affirmations because this is one of my favorite self-love practices to create who I am and who I want to be in the world. I started affirmations when I was about 18 years old. I remember reading that book by Susan Jeffers, Feel the Fear and Do It Anyway. And I created some really simple affirmations like, I am confident, I am strong, I am enough. And it wasn't for a few years later that I realized what an impact they had actually had on me in their ability to embed into my subconscious and help steer the direction of the actions that I would take from then on to create who I want to be in the world, which at the time was more authentic and more free to be myself and more confident. So I've been practicing them a long time, and I've found many different ways that I enjoy using them, and they've changed a lot over the years to fit in with what I'm creating, the way of being that I'm creating, or the actions, goals that I'm creating in the world. So it's not like you have to use the same ones for years on end. In fact, I would say some that you would want to keep as like the basics, the groundwork, and then most of them you'll be changing as you go along to fit into your next part, your next phase, your next journey. Affirmations are all about repetition and feeling. You need to feel the thing that you're speaking or writing, and you need to repeat it for months and years on end for it to truly embed into your subconscious and for you to start embodying it. After all, the limiting ideas and beliefs about ourselves are created over years. Our conditionings are created over years of our lives, of our younger lives, when we're more susceptible to absorbing ideas and beliefs as children. And the years from 0 to 7 is where we're taking on most of our programming that will affect our lives from then on. But as adults, we have the ability to recondition ourselves or let go of beliefs that don't serve us, those beliefs that aren't allowing us to grow into the people that we want to be, or be who we are, or achieve the goals that we have. Because goals and achievements and receiving are about allowing the amount that you can allow, and that allowing only comes from that self-love of the deservingness and worthiness that you are, that you have to believe that you are, that you have to allow and accept and receive the things that you desire to create and need in your life. So affirmations are about repetition and feeling, and there are two main ways that I like to create the feeling that allows me to get into the state of mind that the affirmations just feel more powerful. One of those is starting with gratitude. I speak or write down 10 things I'm grateful for. I also like to do this on walks. So I go on a nature walk and I'll speak 10 things that I'm grateful for about my surroundings, about myself, about the people in my life, about my life in general. And then after that, I can go into my affirmations. And if I haven't yet remembered them, I have the list in my pocket and I can get it out and read through it slowly, feeling each one. So the gratitude helps set the stage for the affirmations. And you can do the same with an exercise routine, a workout, doing yoga or breath work. These things get you into your body, these things get the endorphins going and you feel great. And after you've done those things and you're calm, grounded, centered and happy, radiating joy, then you can start to really feel the affirmations, resonate stronger with them. Now, if you've been on the fence with affirmations, as in you're slightly skeptical, I invite you to just give them a go, stick with it, and make a long-term commitment to them, a daily practice. If you're saying they don't work, or you're saying that they're no good, and you've tried them before, if you've only gone in and out of it and not done it consistently for a long term, then you wouldn't have got the greatest benefits from it. And the other thing that I invite you to do is only write out affirmations that truly resonate with you, that truly align with you. If you speak or write them and they just don't feel like they're hitting home, if they don't feel like there's anything to them, then don't use that one. Use something else. Play with it. Create a sentence that is most powerful for you. And with these affirmations, you can they're I statements or I am statements. So you can say, I am enough as I am, one of my favorite ones. Or you can say, I can and I will, I have what it takes. So play with it and see what feels best to you. Affirmations can also be looking yourself in the mirror and saying, I see you, I hear you, I acknowledge you, I love you. This is one I've been doing recently, and it's powerful to look yourself in the eye in the mirror and say those things with meaning, with feeling is a really beautiful, beautiful thing. Now, do you have to believe in the belief that you want to create? No, you do not. You just have to see it as a future creation. So say that you want to see yourself as beautiful, no matter how you look, no matter how you currently feel about yourself. You want to create the belief, I am beautiful, and so you see yourself as beautiful. That creation of yourself, the way you see yourself, the belief about yourself that you are beautiful as you are, can be envisioned. Like when you look in the mirror, you see a vision of yourself looking in the mirror and you smile at what you see, or you love what you see, you accept what you see. So the feeling comes from envisioning each one, but also you can just say them and give yourself time for it to enter your subconscious as that new belief. Now here's a really powerful part that I will end this video with. The other beliefs that you have about yourself that aren't helpful to you, that aren't serving you, the hateful ideas about yourself, they're still going to come up. And so you need to forgive yourself when they do. Each time that you hate on yourself with a thought or a limiting belief, I'm not good enough to do this. Notice it, become aware of it, acknowledge it, and say to yourself, I forgive myself for judging myself as not being good enough as I am. I'm sorry to myself for hating on myself. And then you can go into your affirmation. I am enough as I am. I forgive myself for calling myself an idiot. I'm sorry to myself for calling myself an idiot. That is a hateful thing to say. I am intelligent and clever, and I am open to learning. So have a play with it. I invite you to write down some affirmations that really resonate with you, and every morning and every evening speak them at least 3 times round. I'm currently doing it 11 times every morning. I do yoga, and then I do breathing, and I go through my list of perhaps 11 or 12 affirmations. I go through it 11 times. It takes over 5 minutes, and what's powerful about that is that by the 8th, by the 7th, by the 8th one, I'm feeling it more and more. I'm getting into a rhythm, and I can see that it's entering my subconscious, entering my being, and that it's going to be embodied. And when you repeat it that many times, day after day, week after week, it really does, they really do affect your actions in the world. So one of mine is I am creative. And so when I go to be creative in the world, I'm creating all the time as a human being, we all are. My belief is that I am creative because I've repeated it so many times. I see it, and then I create in the world. My other one is that I am enough as I am. And so every creation, every doing comes from me being enough as I am. I'm not chasing enough through it. So those give you some ideas about how these work. And as I said, this is after over a decade of doing these and learning from others who also do them. And so give it a go. Stick with it. Give it time. Be consistent. Don't skip a day. Give yourself a long-term commitment, a 1-year commitment to the ones that resonate with you. You've got this. You have what it takes. Much love. If you want more content, you can follow me on Instagram, Words That Create. And I hope to see you there.